We're good.
Tonight, we're gonna make some steak. Do you like steak? It used to boom, but now it's boom. We're gonna make this lovely hunk of beef right here. It's got a heart. It's not a real heart. It's just muscle. That's if you don't know what meat is, it's muscle pieces. And we're gonna cook it up with some Apothic Dark Red Blend California wine. This is a nice 2017. It's red. Beef goes with red. The thing with wine, when you cook with it, other than knowing what colors, I'm not a wine drinker, okay? But what colors go with what meats, if you don't like the taste of it outside of your food, you're not gonna like the taste of it in your food. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm not saying you gotta swig a whole bottle of wine, okay? You're not a drinker. I'm not saying go out and drink the wine. Just saying take a taste of it. If you don't like the way it tastes, probably not gonna like the way it tastes in your food. We got some spuds. We're gonna mash some spuds, which involves boiling. We're gonna put some Neufchâtel cheese. It's kind of like cream cheese, a little tinier. Third less fat. I don't care about that, obviously. Got an onion. It's going with steak. Got some minced garlic. Goes with everything. Got some fungus. There's fungus among us. That is also going with steak. Got some asparagus, which is really no more than a glorified weed, but it tastes good. Makes your pee stink. That and some wonderful cherry tomatoes are getting cooked in a separate pan with some butter. Probably a little garlic, salt, pepper. Figure it out as we go. And that's really about it. I mean, this is simple. Cooking is simple. Does it taste good? Oh, I don't know if it tastes good. Smell it. Does it smell good? It'll probably taste good. Then you'll figure it out as you go. The beef is currently getting to room temperature. When you cook steak, you want it to cook at room temperature. Hamburgers, you want to cook cold, right out of the fridge. So that fat is still solid, holds it together while it's cooking. If you cook a hamburger at room temperature, it'll fall apart. That's for different strength. But, so all this wonderful beef, gorgeous, way too expensive beef, talking to you, Brian. You're probably not ever going to watch this, but I'm talking to you. Send me some of your wonderful beef. While that's getting warm, let's get the veggies ready. I need my cutting board. It's over here holding my peppers that I grow. Or my father-in-law grew, except for bright red ones. Move the bunny. And start cutting these veggies up. We'll start with the potatoes. They're going to take the longest. They got to boil. There goes my dog. Hi, dog. Get my knife. My knife's over here. Always need a good knife. And like always, use Sharpie steel. Give it a few whacks on the steel. Check it. Good sharp. Oh, I need my peeler. What am I doing, you say? I'm a peeling. This peeler cost me, I don't know, $1. It's probably the best peeler I've ever had in my life. For not being professionally trained as a peeler guy. So all you professional peeler guys, ooh, that's not a no bruise spot. All you professional peeler guys out there, I know you can peel faster. Put it on your resume. I'm not putting it on mine. Alexa, next.
I like that song.
A little too chipper for me.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta run into the office. But there's your.
Alright, back at it. They've been getting like mad about the music actually. You can't play music that people wrote. So I gotta do all this royalty free music. Alexa, volume 3. Alright. So, peeling potatoes. Potato peeling. Peels are flying everywhere. They're just going. Pew, pew, pew. Apparently, I'm a messy peeler. Well, you know what happens. You just rhyme happy with happy. You can't rhyme happy with happy. You can't rhyme a word with itself unless you're using the same sounding word with a different meaning. Like Black Sabbath did in War Pigs, with masses and masses. And if you don't know the reference, go get. Alright, rinse off potatoes that just peeled. Alright. Now, when you are mashing potatoes, if you leave large pieces of potato, they will take longer to boil. Quit being slippery. Okay. The smaller the pieces, the quicker they'll boil. Now, I'm not saying you gotta cut them into little confetti tidbits, but just small pieces. The bigger the pieces, the longer the boil. It's like anything. The larger it is, the longer it takes to cook. And I boiled the jeebers out of my potatoes. I get all the starch out of them pretty much. I just poke my finger there. Oh well. Work with knives, you're gonna get poked. And just chop them up. Grab them up, put them in the pot. Taters in the pot, taters in the pot. Why am I putting taters in a pot? Yeah. Because they need to be mushy before you can mash them. Come on, get sticking. Potatoes are notorious for sticking to knives. Notorious. Anything's gonna stick to a knife, it's gonna be a potato. Unless you got a freaking blood groove in your knife. Alright. I'm sniffling, it's allergies, it's not the COVID. See? And these are russet potatoes, by the way. Large baking russets. I'm only doing 3 because tonight I'm only feeding 3 people. And they're not all big, large, huge, fatty fats like me. Alright. Puts the potatoes in the pot, or else it gets the chop again. Last little bit. Slicing, dicing. I can julienne fries. Bam. Low battery.
Okay, give me a minute.
The phone I'm watching chat on battery is low. I think I'm the only one in my house that charges my phone. Alright, now a new spoon. What for? Said the chat. What for? Said spoon. Said spoon. Well, garlic. That's what for. Garlic, the lifeblood of my world. You know, I don't want to leave it just sitting out. The flies are horrendous this year. They are insane. I'm gonna clean the counter later anyways. It's just garlic. Alright, salt, pepper. Bam. A little salt and pepper while I'm boiling. Help it infuse the flavor. Not a lot of salt. Just a little bit. Get a little salt in there. A little pepper. Oh, Mr. Neufchatel, we will use you later. A little bit of pepper. Not a lot, just a little bit. A little zippity doo dah. Now you put some water in your pot. Fling things around. Flingy doo boo. You can use these words too. I don't trademark any of my little things.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And come on, feel the pot. Taters gonna get hot. We're gonna boil you. Alright. On the stove. Hi. Hi. Okay. I need to rinse my knife. It's covered in starch. I don't know if you can see it, but my knife is covered in starch. That's from the potatoes. It's not a bad thing. I just don't want it everywhere. So I'm gonna rinse my knife off. Knife is rinsed. Right on. Bam. Time for cutting some asparagus. I'm not going to start cooking the asparagus yet. I'm just going to cut it and get it ready. This is called mise en place, as the fancy folk like to say. Like Amberelle. I think it means like bits and pieces, or that's French. I don't speak surrender.
Oh my gosh.
Now, you get your asparagus ready. I always cut the bottom part off. I don't need that crunchy, fibrous stuff. You can if you want. I choose not to.
Bunch off.
There's plenty left.
I know.
So you're crying. You really like asparagus.
I love asparagus. You know, Grace was telling me today when we were, or not today, yesterday when we were at the store, that if you just grab the bottom and twist, it'll tear off the fiber but leave like all the rest. I'm not saying you should do it. I was just
Pay a lot of money for this, man.
I was just telling you what she told me.
All right. Next for my onion. Onion. All right. Chop off its head. Off with its head. Flip it over. Chop off its butt. No more base. Set it on what used to be its head. Dissect it from butt to neck hole. Then flay the thing.
Leave it alone, Ash.
I am removing its skin. Yeah, it's got a wrinkled appearance there too. I'll take the second layer as well. Alright. Now we have two halves of what used to be whole onion. It's got kind of a nasty looking skin there too. Alright.
Oh, I'm gonna go do some laundry.
If I was a rabbi, this is the part where I would say, L'chaim! It's the boy. And now, cut it a couple times down the middle there. Turn it, take it on the side. Cut to the size you want. Good enough. Bam! I just chopped an onion. Simple steps. Do the same with this other one. You can do this whatever size you want your onion to be. Amazing. Big pieces, small pieces, pieces for all ages. And that, my friends, is how I cut the onions. Alright. We got onion, we got asparagus. Love onion. Don't have to cut the little tomatoes. I'm not going to cut the mushrooms up. I'm going to rinse them off though. Mushrooms need a good rinsing. So how many am I going to use today? Just me, the wife and I eating them. My daughter's too bougie to eat fungus. Give them a little rinse. Alright, got rinsed up. Rinse the mushrooms now. That's boiling. Now we gotta wait. A lot easier than I had anticipated. No. Look at me. Super cool. Potatoes will boil faster, but lid on it. The heat can't escape. There's not a lid on potatoes. No escaping of the heat. Let me get some butter. Butter. Do I have butter in here? There's butter in the butter dish, which means I have butter at room temperature already. Thank you. You do not need to put real butter in the refrigerator. All of the parts that will spoil and mildew and go bad, leave the dairy product in the churning process. That's the cream. That's, you know, I say the cream rises to the top. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I might not be 100% accurate in what I'm saying. As far as how this happens, all I'm saying is butter can be left on the counter. Okay. My grandparents did it my entire childhood. Here I am. I might have short little legs and a big long torso, so I'm kind of disproportionate. And I got a big old belly. But I'm alive to tell the tale. Alright, so here we are. Waiting on potatoes to boil a little bit. Waiting on steak to get up to room temperature. I got mushrooms rinsed off. They're going to be cooked with the onions. The mushrooms will be cooked with the onions. And yeah, and steak in the cast iron pan. They'll be cooked with a little bit of olive oil and salt, pepper, garlic. It'll be great. It'll be amazing. Out flipping standing. Okay. The tomatoes, the asparagus will be cooked in butter. I know there's butter, it's not healthy. One never says it's going to be healthy. Okay. In the other copper looking saute pan I've got over there, and it'll also be well, I don't want to do anymore. I've did my peeling. And once the potatoes are done boiling, that's when I add a little bit of butter to them as well. But I also add the Neuchâtel cheese to them. in place of any milk, cream type of dairy that people add to put a fluffiness or, like creaminess in their potatoes. That's what I use. And I don't mash my potatoes as much as whisk them. Wait on taters as well.
Uh-huh.
Can't really do much until then. Guess I can. Here. Sit. Asparagus. Asparagus. I never put raw meat on my wooden cutting board, and neither should you.
You sure you want to do that, or do you want to get the white one?
Yeah.
I'm just afraid it will come through that crack and get into the...
Come on, man. Come on down.
Oh, here. It's on the very bottom.
There we go. A different cutting board. So that's great. Oh yeah, they're getting real good temperature now. Getting to where I want them to be. And the stupid flies are gonna start buzzing around.
Because it's somewhere in Oklahoma, and we have animals and livestock, and that's just part of it.
Yeah, we have 20 some odd chickens out there. Guess what chickens do? They poop everywhere. Alright. So, real quick, while it's doing this, a little bit of salt. Not a lot, just a little bit. You want it to sit there for a good while. Because what it'll do, the salt will draw the juices in the steak. But then after a minute, those juices will mix with the salt and then seep back in, spreading the seasoning to the entire steak, which is the salt. I'm not going to go over the salt because I like the taste of beef. Salt, pepper, that's about it. Especially because there's going to be red wine, and that's going to add a lot of flavor to it as well. So I'll let these sit for a couple minutes, and then I'll flip them and do it to the other side, and that salt will do its thing on the other side. Alright, we're just waiting.
Wow, your music is killing your vibe, I can tell.
I know. Not having the music I love. My rock and roll and my mellowness that I know is just not. I just don't understand it. Why do they think that people are like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch a cooking stream to listen to the music.
Yeah.
Or you could just go on YouTube and look up the music.
Yeah, especially because it's all
there anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like you gotta pay for it.
No idea. Oh.
Well, if I had access to my hard drive, I've got a bunch of music from smaller artists
Oh yeah, that it wouldn't pop up on there.
that it never pops.
You might just have to put that on your phone or something and make it play with.
Alex Bach, Tony Seen the Truth, Wish
Yeah.
Drive. None of those ever pop. Matter of fact, they're happy that
Well, I think she has Tony Seen the Truth, doesn't
just
she?
one song.
Oh, well. That's not helpful.
So it's there's
This
no
is like not even music, this is like a storm.
Alexa, next.
At least it's music.
Whew. Hey, what? It's warm in here. It's warm in here.
It is very warm in here. Oh. I mean, this is like the hold music that the VA put you on for 4 hours.
Right.
But at least it's music.
Your call is very important to us.
Please wait for 3 hours until the next representative who can't help you answers the
If this is an
phone.
emergency, please call the Veteran Crisis Line. at 1-800. We still don't care.
Yeah. Or hang up and dial 911.
Call 911 so they can come barge into your house with a SWAT team and shoot you instead.
Oh, speaking of music though, Lori is gonna be gone. So
Do what?
Lori's gone tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm filling in for that. Oh.
Is that your way of saying I need to get my butt up?
No, that's just my way of saying that I will attempt to wake up and get everything done before I leave in the morning like normal, but if it comes down to time or chickens, it has to be time because I'm leaving another time.
Oh, somebody talking to me! What is up? Blackjack's ass. You remember when we were at AFOP last year,
Yeah.
our waitress.
Oh!
Yep.
Sure enough.
She said FTP.
Yeah.
Some Shadowlands beta testing.
Nice.
I have not seen Shadowlands. I've been playing Grim Dawn lately. Because I'm a sucker. What is this?
I don't know, it's horrible.
4th floor, women's lingerie. 5th floor, Stevie Wonder's dressing room.
Alexa, next.
Don't worry, he didn't see it either.
She doesn't hear me.
Alexa, next. Gotta speak with authority.
These just all suck. I think you're either just gonna have like no music or
You know what?
you're just gonna get.
Alexa, play Unleash the Archers.
Shuffling songs by Unleash the Archers.
Yeah, as long as,
By
as,
the
long
way,
as they palm
this
business.
artist released new music. To hear it, just say, play new music.
Nice.
Unleash the Archers.
She's gonna rate some classic WoW.
Oh well.
One time I will take the Northwest Passage. Yeah, I don't think Nathan Metrics cares.
Tell me when it's loud enough.
Thank you for the love. Have a great raid. Kill all the things with extreme prejudice. Appreciate you stopping by.
Is it loud enough?
Westward from the Navy, straight to Spain. The sea route to the Orient, for which so many died.
Alright, much love. Yeah.
Seeking gold
Oh, I had this open first.
I was like, I don't know.
There's one already been.
forgotten
Huh?
That needs my options in it.
What do you want?
I don't know. I haven't even been on it. I was just watching it. I don't forget what it was.
Okay, I will look.
Okay. Alright guys, I will be right back. Don't go nowhere.
I take passage over land in the footsteps of brave council where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer driving hard across the
I don't know what he's doing. Something. I think he's putting the stuff in Discord. I think people are about ready to flip. What did he say? Butter? Butter in asparagus, I think. Yeah, and drove to Dallas and was at the airport for a little bit, and then drove back. And I'm like exhausted. I'm tired. I'm ready to just sit down and eat. Actually, if I could get like 18 hours in just my pajamas, that would be great. But that's not gonna happen. So. Until then, we are just waiting. Okay, those are boiling. I don't know what he was going to do next. I know that this is steak. And I'm assuming this is the amount of asparagus that he's going to put. That will probably go in pretty quickly at the end. I should have been here at the beginning. I could have listened to instructions and I would know what he was going to do. But I have not listened to instructions. So I have no idea what he's going to do. I mean, I have like a basic idea, but that's not enough to start anything. Okay. You're good. Your potatoes are boiling. I didn't know what you were doing next, so I did nothing. But
Boiling potato.
I was like, I should have listened to the instructions, but I didn't. So I have no idea what to do to help now. They're gonna boil over in a minute. They're coming outside of that lid. There, if you leave the lid off, it should be fine.
I put a $10 bid in there. We'll see if it works.
Oh,
Okay. These go on soon.
do they flip or no?
I already flipped them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so we'll see if $10 bid there. It's 3 boxes of legs. See, we'll see.
I pulled some butter because didn't you say you needed that for the asparagus?
Yeah, but I saw that there was already room temperature butter in there, but we can use that butter too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because if you're gonna melt it, it doesn't matter. Versus the room temp butter matters for a lot of other stuff.
Alright.
Olives, the oils.
The oil of olive. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook the steak. Now I'm gonna get the steak resting before I start these. Because the vegetables aren't gonna take long.
I said that it was probably, that was going to go afterwards, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Oh, the veggies?
Yeah.
And since the potatoes are boiling, they're gonna boil for a little bit. But once they're boiled and you drain them, it takes all like a minute and a half to get them mashed and done. So you're good. Let this come up to temperature. This olive oil, my preferred cooking oil.
That is not your preferred brand or even
No.
richness. However, when I went to the store, like they had like the $40 olive oil and that. And I'm not paying $40
No.
for something you use as frequently as you use it. So that's what you got.
Listen, I ain't broke, but I ain't rich. Okay?
I don't care if I was rich. Like, I mean, it's not that we haven't bought like really good oils before for specific things, but just for like an all-purpose put in every pan, I'm not spending that. I don't think it matters enough.
Potatoes are still hard. And if they're that way 4 hours from now, I'm contacting my physician. But I don't think it will be that long. So the drummer just go. And he's gonna gap down.
So question,
Yeah.
are you searing the steak and then creating the sauce, or are you gonna cook down mushrooms and onions and create the glaze and then cook the steak in that glaze?
I am going to cook down mushrooms and onions first, creating the glaze with the sauce, and then cook the steak.
I don't think there was a wrong or right answer. I was just interested in which way you were going to do it.
Next comes garlic. Gotta be careful with garlic. You brown it, don't burn it. Burnt garlic is bitter. We don't want bitter. Garlic for name.
Like,
Get it, Brittany? That Brittany.
yeah.
Alright, Ingo veggies. Or sort of would say, Ingo veg.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got mushrooms, onions. Let them cook for a minute. A little salt, a little pepper.
Did you have 2 coffee cups today?
One was last night for tea.
Oh.
Alright, turn it down a little bit. This cast iron gets really hot. And it poofed me. Did you see it poof me? Follow me to Alright. Here goes the fine, the vino.
You got mixed today?
Yes. I had to open the coop because the window was closed. Now I'm going to turn this up a little higher. And I want to boil that alcohol off. So I was let those sit for a while. Nice and playful. Come on, get in there. Get in that wine. Soak it up. Soak it up and get tasty. Come on, girl. Show me what you're working with. Alright. That's going. We're done with this. We're done with this. Sorry. Thought you were going to grab that open.
I don't know, yeah, I was just doing your cleaning
Oh.
while you were.
I'm going to need this knife. So we're saving that one. Do not need this one now. Me sitting here looking all amazing. Big red mess of awesome.
My shirt was. Oh, yeah. I need more water. You pass me the water.
Until you go long.
Huh?
Until you go long.
Yeah.
The smell of boiling wine in the morning.
Yeah, no part of that sounds great.
I do have to say one thing about Unleash the Archers. Everyone knows about their amazingness. I do have to say that their drummer looks overwhelmingly Canadian.
Oh yeah, like almost like to a caricature level.
Yeah. Like he needs to be a character on the Red Green show.
Yeah, like he looks like a character.
I think Red Green is his uncle or his father.
It's a little like.
Yeah.
Like it looks like an SNL skit of a Canadian.
A little bit. So we went and got the snowmobile, eh? Went down to the store, got us some maple syrup and cheese.
Yeah, for sure. That was what's your favorite thing?
So we're just grabbing on my food and stuff, you know? It's my cooking show.
Oh yeah.
You know, here with my G-darn stuff.
You're right, you totally always do this completely by yourself with no help whatsoever. Like, once a year or something.
Good Lord.
On my birthday.
Alright. Don't make me. Making money. What's that?
Make it your meal, I'll order Pizza Hut.
Alright. Oh, they're feeling softer.
So, this is the cooking process, guys. Until the meat goes on, that's when it becomes very time sensitive.
Yeah. So, almost not good.
He's gone.
Oh no.
He's gone now.
Where did the tomatoes go?
They're going in with these peppers. With butter.
Yeah, no, they would have been good either place. I just.
This is their meat. I reckon that's the sin. This abyss. Oh, I thought her vocals were coming with it.
I can tell. You could have played that off,
Yeah.
but you didn't.
Wait, here's my microphone. Come on, come on. I can feel it going.
Still better microphone.
Yeah, but this is my natural microphone.
My chickens are so pretty. Woo. Yeah, the whole house can smell like that. It's a very strong red.
Trying to cook it down, reduce it a little bit here. A lot of hurry up and wait when you cook.
Yeah.
Gotta get it ready, you gotta get going. You gotta wait. You gotta do its thing. When the meat goes on, timing is everything.
What do these ones taste like? Raw, do you know?
Yeah, I had one. You're good. Just sweet.
I'm not normally a giant fan of store-bought tomatoes of any kind.
You cook it really good. Make some more tomato.
But I don't know that I would just sit there and eat a whole bunch of them,
Yeah.
but they're not bad. Yeah.
You know, for me, when I make mashed potatoes, I know they're ready when the water is really hazy and like almost thicker.
Oh, when all the starch comes
When
out.
all that starch is coming out of the potatoes, then I know they're mush city.
And it'll depend on what type of potato you use too.
Yeah.
So these are russet, right?
Russet. No bull coming out of those.
Awesome sauce. Oh yes. Some ratios.
Wasn't picking it up. I thought it needed a little.
And for the record, for all my family and friends that are watching this going, I thought you were on a heart healthy diet. I am. This is like my once a month good meal. With red meat and butter.
The last two streams been chicken.
Yeah. I eat a lot of eggs, a lot of chicken, a lot of vegetables that are not in butter. So like once every blue moon, I allow myself to have a very nice
I'm gonna eat you.
red meat, rich sauce dinner.
scraping sound. I'm sorry. Cast iron. Scraping.
I have to use that guacamole.
Is it going?
Well, just like a little bit here on the top. So
Yeah, guacamole doesn't last long, guys. If you buy it, use it.
yeah.
If you make it yourself, use it.
Yeah, like that one time, because it won't even last longer. Now, I have seen where people say, like, if you put the pit in with it, it lasts longer. I don't know if that's actually true, because I never remember to do it.
Alright, here comes the beef. I'm gonna have to do these in stages.
Yeah, you might be able to do those 3 little ones.
Yeah.
And then the big one, but I don't think you can do all 4.
Try with these 2 here. No, just 2 at a time.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll just get a paper plate for the rest on. Oh no, paper plates! It's destroying the environment!
Not really.
They're recycled.
Yeah, the paper doesn't bother me that much. It's a pretty renewable resource. Now, we try not to use a lot of like styrofoam, stuff like that, but paper is fairly renewable. I know it, sister. Give me just a second. Behind you. Come on, Livia. Come on. Go through.
Ready for it? Boy. Get it, girl! Get it, girl! Tonight we ride.
I was gonna make coffee cake tonight, but I really am not feeling it. So I might make one tomorrow,
Cool.
especially because then we can just put it out and have it for breakfast and out for growth.
Sounds good. Ah, steak cooking. Very purple. Everyone loves this song. I think you're gonna. Just seems like a lot of screaming in it.
I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's not anywhere close to one of my favorites of theirs.
Yeah, it's
But I don't like dislike it either. Like if it comes on, I don't think I'd turn it off, but I wouldn't replay it either. It's kind of where I'm at.
I like their newer stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of their stuff I really like that I would listen to over and over. This just isn't one of them. But like I said, I don't think I'd turn it off if it came on the radio, so it's not like I dislike it. I just,
But like a lot of people have said, this is when they were still figuring themselves out.
Right.
As a band.
were you gonna sample them, or are you just gonna finger test them?
I might have to sample them to see how these feel. This one's definitely not ready. When in doubt, temper your meat. It's not as important for beef. You can eat beef raw for the most part.
Yeah. Well, not ground. Unless you ground it yourself, or you washed your butcher and ground it.
Yeah. Alright, I got the new one. So that's why you tip it.
You know how much I love our children?
How much is that?
Enough that I passed the Popeyes and went to Chick-fil-A instead.
That was your choice.
Just telling you. I'm not upset that I made it. I'm just telling you now that I love our children. I actually really like Chick-fil-A, but I wanted a spicy chicken sandwich. And Chick-fil-A's spicy chicken sandwich is on point. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not near as good as Popeyes.
I need a colander. That would have been too hard. I mean, that would have just ruined the day. Whole day ruined if I'd done that. Taters getting drained. I mean, you could wash that if you wanted to, but it's literally just putting potatoes in it. Colander in the sink. This is where stuff actually happens. I got meat cooking, I got potatoes getting drained, drained, you know, taking the water out. Shake them. Like a Polaroid picture.
Oh, do you just take them back to there to put them in?
Take back the pot? Yeah.
Oh, see, I leave the pot and put them back in the pot here, so that way you don't have to do all the shaking and dripping.
I might have dripped once or twice.
No, I was just saying that it's easier if you just do it all in one place.
Okay. Since I haven't started this yet, it's still cool. Let's move forward real quick. Check my meat again. That thing is too hot, I don't figure it out.
So your hero died back in '69. Well, that's no excuse to go lose yourself in an FM headphone high.
Do you need more butter? Okay.
Next steak. He just wanted meat on his shorts? Yeah, I did. I was being gone.
Once again, it's beef. Like, and I'm not saying you shouldn't still be safe with it, but it's beef. It's not chicken is even pork, but it's not horrible anymore either.
Alright, well this one's starting to cook. Butter. Normally I don't cut on my counter, but I intentionally didn't go all the way through the paper. I just ripped it at the end. And lick the butter off my hands because, again, fact. I'm going to use half of that. Normally I just cut it before I leave.
The other one that I had a bad spot on it.
So these, when I use half of them, I just cut them. Keep the half. Get the package. Put the new shell in the tater. Get the package, because I'm a barbarian. Salt, pepper. Salt and pepper, man. You don't need much more in most dishes than salt and pepper. I mean, I will season the crap out of things. But I put salt and pepper in everything. Without salt and pepper, what are you doing with your life?
I don't know.
Now I need to get all this mixed up. I'm using a whisk, like I said earlier. I start off normally just by mashing regularly. Basic mash. The whisk will get full. You can only empty it out by tapping it outside. And then I choke up on it like you're back. Whisking the crap on it. Mix it up good. Mix it real good. It's not on cooperate, but it's a small. I normally use a much bigger pan for this or pot. But hey, you got what you got. I could have used a bigger one, but I didn't need it. Not for 3 spuds. And I've got a special whisk I use, one that I've already bent by doing this.
Yes, so we don't bend it. That's my good one.
But once you get going, go back and forth. Let it know who's boss. There can be lumps. Lumps are all year like. You can whip until it's green. You can keep it lumpy. These are mashed potatoes, okay?
I like lumps personally. Like I think I like more lumps than you do.
Yeah.
But so we come to some kind of like agreement. And also, I mean, if you're having issues, you can a little bit of milk, like a little bit, like a tablespoon at a time. It can do wonders for you.
I think that took all of them.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
That's okay. Depending on what you're in the mood for.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Oh, I just meant the color of it. But it should be fine because all that's getting sliced, right?
Yeah.
So it can get sliced and mixed in together and it'll be fine. There's no need for them all to be necessarily exactly the same.
Yep. Alright, where are we sitting at now? 116, 120. Water would be about 135. 25. It's hard with a piece of meat this thin because if you go too deep, you're hitting the pan.
Yep. But they also cook really quickly, so.
Yeah. Alright, so that sounds good. Last hunk of meat. Going in. Can you check that?
Yeah, I've done it. I'm going to move it. Oh. Roman too cool.
What's that?
Roman too cool?
Roman Too Cool, what is up? Welcome.
Oh, okay, cool. He's also a small streamer. He says what you're doing sounds great, and he wants to know maybe you willing to help him out with follow as well.
You can follow.
Yep, for Sure.
Yeah, not right now, I'm cooking, but.
Right.
Got my hands full of purple onions and mushrooms.
Oh, no problem, man.
Alright.
And what's the one
That's where multitasking comes into play, guys. And gals. When I say guys, I mean gender neutral. Guys.
Right. Like dude. I feel like dude has zero gender.
Well, some people are like, because I heard, who was it? It was Kriparian. He used to say guys, and people are like, there's girls here too. I'm like,
Right. Calm yourself.
yeah, what's up, guys? You know, but now he just says, hey, boys. He just says boys. He's like, I'm going to get crap for it anyways.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's just pettiness. But I'm petty, so I'm the last person to talk any kind of trash about
I'm
petty.
damned if I do and damned if I don't.
Right? But
Oh, yeah. Butter. Starting the last piece of this meal, which is the asparagus
cherry tomato.
cherry tomatoes.
But they look long, but
All right. Love this song, dude. It's got a great flow.
yeah. I think Northwest Passage is still my favorite. But actually, what was the other one? Is it called Just Abyss?
The one with the techno little digital intro.
I don't remember.
The one where I held my beard.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. They say Abyss a lot in there. And I know it's the name of their album, so I didn't know if that was also
I think, yeah.
the single. So I really like that one as well.
So the potatoes are done. Hope you can see them.
Yeah, in here.
We got mashed potatoes now. Mom's gonna taste them and say they need salt.
I wasn't getting salt.
Wait till my butter's not here.
Honestly, if I'm being real honest, I would put a little bit more butter or a little bit more sugar.
Yeah.
But I think they're great the way they are. I was just saying.
Alright. Butter melt.
It's fun.
Here.
Good.
Oh, you back up the rest of it over
Oh, was that not supposed to?
there. No, I was just curious because I had them sit in a certain way.
Oh, yeah, no, I made sure the ones you cut were.
Alright.
I'm just trying to clean up behind so
That's
that
fine.
we can eat when we get done.
Goes in there.
I'm a huge proponent of clean as you go. It just makes it easier in the long run.
There we go. Tomatoes. Asparagus.
Are you gonna cut on this whiteboard?
Kind of wanted to, but it's filthy, so I'm going to grab a smaller
Well, I
one.
mean, I'll just wash it. This is not nasty.
Ah, get back in your hole. What did you look at your hole?
Come here, Rose!
Close enough. If this one's a little under, that's fine. I like it a little under. Alright. Steak is done. Scoop this pan off the heat. It needs to rest. Steak is resting.
Give it a trowel in.
It's had quite the ordeal. Asparagus and tomatoes are now cooking. Turn them up.
There you go.
Butter gets everywhere on there. Asparagus can be a little tricky to know when it's done. Because they don't really look different. They'll shrivel a little bit. Tomatoes, you know. Those things shrivel like grapes.
Yeah. Well, the asparagus normally turns a much brighter green color, which is helpful. You want me to watch that?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And this is all washed?
Yep.
You're so awesome.
I try.
Alright, sounds good there. Sure, all this butter gets in here. Yeah, the tomatoes would get mushy. And mushy is not a texture a lot of people like. With cooked tomatoes like this, like I don't like stewed tomatoes. Stewed tomatoes are the devil.
Yeah.
A roasted tomato, a sauteed tomato, it's a good type of mush.
Well, it still has some texture. The inside is mushy, but normally the outside still
Yeah.
retains some texture.
And it just amplifies that tomato flavor. A stewed tomato, which is essentially a boiled tomato. Okay?
But they take the skin off.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem I think. Is that any bit of like in a raw tomato, really the texture comes from the skin. So if you take that off and then you boil it for 4 hours,
Yeah.
it has no chance of being anything other than just mush.
Yeah, and it's just anytime you boil anything, you're looking to take the flavor out of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you boil it for a good length of time. I mean, even soup, you boil it for a little bit, and then you lower that temperature to let it sit at a moderate temperature. You don't boil soup for a long time.
No, I mean stewed tomatoes have their place. Like, see, I would stew potatoes for like if you were planning on pureeing them for a sauce
Yeah.
or like a base or like a tomato soup or something.
Well, you're gonna puree them, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was getting there.
Well, I think the difference is that's not eating a stewed tomato.
Well, I know, I was getting there. I was gonna say though, I was like,
I guess just growing up, man, I had a stepmom who made goulash. I love goulash. I love goulash. I haven't had it in probably 15 years, but I love it. But she would put these huge stewed tomatoes in it.
my mom will make you some goulash, man. I can't stand it. Oh my god. And there's nothing wrong with my mom's goulash if you're watching, Mom. It's not like there's anything wrong with it.
I love you more, Mama.
She probably does. Mostly because he knows that you love him more. But no, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it was just one of those things that we had a lot. Like we had it really often, and so I just don't. Like I hated meatloaf forever. Like now I really like my mom's meatloaf, but for a long time I was like I hate meatloaf. It's just we just had it a lot, and I don't know. I think I just got tired of it or something. But I still do not care for goulash.
See, I love meatloaf. I would make meatloaf every week.
Yeah, we can do that actually. I mean, I like it now.
Alexa, volume 3.
I like it now. I just didn't like for the longest time, and I think I was just burnt out on it more than I didn't like it.
Well, the kids don't like meatloaf as much.
No, but she eats it.
I don't want to make her hate me.
Well, no, but we could eat it. We could stand to eat it more often than we do, probably.
There we go.
Like maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. Because as is, we eat it like once every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are are you ending and plating, or are you gonna plate on?
I'm just gonna plate it.
Well,
Is it? So I'm not in the stream yet. I still gotta cut the meat.
I know. Here's what you.
Okay.
Well, because the green is gonna not be what, because the green is gonna look white. I think. You're gonna see the color so much prettier. I can fix it.
I'm not trying to get all of that butter in here.
That looks good.
Alright. Okay. Veggies are cooked. See, I told you that doesn't take long at all to cook up some asparagus and some tomatoes. That doesn't mean people don't have time to do it though. Man, there's people that work every second, every day. Alright, now let's get these meat cut up. How I'm doing it for dinner. Start with small pieces that I started with. When you cut meat, especially steak, cut against the grain. When I say against the grain, you will see a grain pattern in meat. If you cut with the grain, your meat's gonna be tough. You cut against that grain.
Oh, that's pretty.
Taste it.
That's very good.
Now we slice up our meat. That's a good medium. What's the next one? Cut this hunk of fat off here. It's tasty, but I gotta eat it.
You say not to refrigerate, so just put it up here.
That was more bristle than fat,
Well, that's what happens when you buy that cut.
but that's okay. Yeah, this is a cut of beef that 2 years ago would have cost about $3. It cost us $11.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But it's still really good if you cook it the right way.
Yeah, but if you cook it right, you know, be good to your meat. And it'll be good to you. I think I learned that somewhere in the Navy. Ooh, that looks like a good piece right there.
It does.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so see that really deep one in the middle? That was good.
I'm going from the first ones I cooked to the most recent one, from the bottom to the top.
Do you want to ring it with that in the middle, or do you want to put that in the middle with the onions and stuff over it? How are you gonna?
I'm not sure. I'll just get by the way. This one got a little more done than the other, but not much.
What's gonna keep eating it?
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm hungry. I'm tired and I'm hungry.
Dinner is almost ready.
Which is like basically par for the course of my existence. I'm tired and I'm hungry.
Let's just go like this. Could you move
with that?
Yes,
I don't.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. I got you.
I just didn't want to grab it with my dirty hand. Clean hand, dirty hand. Preach it.
Oh,
He's outside. He's allowed to bark there.
I don't think that's him. I think that's Freya in the movie.
Alright, and the last one. I think this one's done a little less than the rest, but I did that on purpose.
Oh, so you had one that was.
Actually, this one is done more than the rest. Looks like.
Then it can be racist.
I mean, it's still a good pink. It's just, I don't know. I'm telling you guys, I'm a meat whisperer. I don't know how. I take this stuff off when I think it's ready, and it just always happens to be ready. I can't give you a
I think
scientific
it's just
explanation.
experience. Are you coming out, Bubba? Don't knock over the camera. Come on. Fine.
Oh, there's a good. Mm-hmm. Alright. Gotta make this plate look pretty. Eat with your eyes first. That was a bad piece. Alright, there's that. Let's grab up the. Well, my hand's already filthy, so. I wonder if I won that auction. I should probably go check because it's going to need to be paid.
I will check for you in just a moment.
Alright, there's that. Hello, child. You ready for dinner?
Yeah.
Are you hungry? I hope you brought your appetite.
Yeah.
Alright, good. Because there is meat galore. Right, outside. Alright, so the meat is cooked. It's not a goose, it's just meat. Meat of more common nature. Though I am surprised that goose isn't more popular these days, as many people hate geese. Alright. What dog was just yelping right there?
I don't know, the Grayson is in there, so. I feel like it was one of the puppies.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's good. Let me just plate it.
Oh, all right, everybody. That is how you make. Well, I don't know what to call it now. Wine.
I think it's just a braised steak.
Yeah. You make steak with wine and onions and mushrooms and mashed potatoes, and asparagus and tomatoes and such, and it's gonna taste good because, well, I'm nowhere near a professional cook, but
I make food good. That's about all I got. So this will be uploaded to YouTube. My YouTube channel is Bacon Made Bod, one word. And the pictures will be uploaded to Instagram, same thing. Bacon Made Bod. You all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next stream. And then click save.
Oh, I clicked it. It didn't.